In this small corner of the world, two souls were about to embark on a journey that would change their lives. Marta, full of dreams and energy, wanted to leave a mark on her town. Javier, seasoned by life, had learned that work did not always bear immediate fruit, but it taught lasting lessons. The bridge that connected the town to the outside world was about to collapse. The urgency was evident. Marta, with her youthful impetus, suggested rebuilding it quickly without considering the consequences. But Javier, with his experience, knew that a good job required time and patience. Sometimes enthusiasm can cloud your vision. Marta believed that the faster she worked, the sooner she would finish. However, hurried work rarely bears the weight of time. Javier, observing from a distance, knew that it was not a question of strength, but of strategy. He approached Marta, not to criticize her, but to teach her. Real work, he told her, is not just about physical effort, but about planning, collaboration, and learning. Shared and well-thought-out work has a power that individual effort cannot match. Marta, under Javier's guidance, learned that patience and planning are as important as physical effort. A job well done is not only visible in the result, but in the lessons learned during the process. Marta understood that it is not enough to work hard. You have to work intelligently, learning from those who have already walked the path. In every task and every effort, there is a bridge to build, and sometimes the most important thing is not just getting to the other side, but how we learn to build it.
In a corner of the magical forest lived Nilo, a young man who seemed to have everything, but did not see it. Next to him flew Kira, a wise butterfly who saw what Nilo could not see. One day, Nilo was sad. He didn't understand why. Although the forest was full of life and color, he couldn't find joy. Everything he wanted seemed far from his reach. Kira, the wise butterfly, smiled. She knew something that Nilo did not yet understand. Have you looked around you, Nile? The secret to true happiness is not in having more, but in appreciating what you already have. Guided by Kira, Nilo began to see the forest with new eyes. The crystal clear waters reflected the sky, the flowers sang with their color, and the air was full of life. Finally, Nilo understood that every little detail, everything in his life, had incredible value. Thank you, little flower, for being here. Thank you for reminding me that there is always something beautiful in the simple. From that day on, Nilo decided that instead of focusing on what he lacked, he would always give thanks for what he already had. He discovered that gratitude had its own magic, a magic that filled his heart with peace. And so, Nilo learned that happiness is not always in what we long for, but in what already surrounds us. Because when you give thanks for what you have, life gives you much more.
Lena and Tavo were friends since they were little, but their ways of facing life couldn't be more different. Lena had found her passion in sports, while Tavo preferred to sleep in and avoid responsibilities. One morning, Lena decided it was time to challenge Tavo, not just in a race, but in something much more important, a change of attitude. The first day was a disaster. Tavo, exhausted, arrived late. I wasn't used to effort or commitment, but Lena knew that discipline didn't develop overnight. Little by little, Tavo began to understand. Discipline was not a prison of obligations, but the key to achieving things that they previously believed were impossible. A month later, Tavo had changed. Not only was he running faster, but he had also learned that true freedom comes from controlling your own habits, and all thanks for a simple challenge. Discipline is not a punishment. It is the path to growth. And when faced with a friend, it is an adventure that transforms.